Right now, a day after a 5-judge bench ruled that the Building Bridges Initiative BBI process was unconstitutional, null and void, the future of the initiative now hangs in the balance. Legal experts, however, insist that the Friday night judgment that came as a bitter pill for BBI proponents, among them President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga, was a possibility given the multiple legal blunders committed along the BBI journey. But could the mistakes have been avoided? And what's next for the now stopped BBI tune? David Mudoka has the details.
For 5 hours on a rainy Friday evening, a 5-judge bench presided over by Justice Joel Ngugi at the Milimani Law Courts took turns in dropping legal bombshells on the BBI process.
We are going to read our conclusions and findings.
The process that had been in the works for 4 years was on its home stretch when the 5 High Court judges, namely Teresia Matheka, George Odunga, Joel Ngugi, Jairus Ngaah and Chacha Mwita, in a similar tune stopped it dead in its tracks while terming the BBI initiative unconstitutional, illegal, null and void. This meant that the BBI Bill, after being endorsed overwhelmingly by county assemblies, the National Assembly and the Senate, will not be subjected to a referendum as anticipated. Seemingly, the 500-page judgment dealt a death blow to President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM party leaders Raila Odinga's bid to amend the constitution, on the very verge of doing so. But what chain of events led to the BBI shocker, and could it have been avoided? In the submissions, the judges cited multiple legal blunders that spoiled the BBI broth, top on the list being the president's involvement in the push to amend the constitution through a popular initiative.
The power to amend the constitution through the popular initiative route under Article 257 of the constitution is reserved for the private citizen, for Wanjiko only. Neither the president nor any state organ is permitted under our constitution to initiate constitutional amendments using the popular initiative route.
The bench went on to outline other glaring mistakes that made the BBI process a legal suicide mission. For instance, the 14-member BBI task force and steering committee was found to be an illegal entity, while the BBI process lacked public participation as required by the Constitution 4 years since its inception. The court further ruled that the IEBC did not have quorum and capacity to verify BBI signatures, let alone conduct a referendum, while also insisting that the proposal within the BBI Bill for the creation of 70 new constituencies was a blatant act of usurping IEBC powers.
Now, when all these things were not done, it is unforgivable. And I think the president, either two things, either he doesn't listen to legal advice, or there was serious incompetence of those who were advising him. This problem had a lot of soft underbellies.
And while the High Court found that the president had violated Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity by attempting to change the supreme law through unconstitutional means, does that mean the head of state might find himself on the dock?
The president can be sued in his or her personal capacity during his or her tenure in office, except for actions or omissions in respect of anything done or not done in the exercise of his or her powers under the Constitution.
According to Kibe, the judgment did not catch anyone within legal circles by surprise, citing how ghosts of the past might be coming back to haunt the head of state in his sunset months at the helm of the country.
Even if you go to the Court of Appeal, it's the same judiciary. I expect a lot of hostility. At individual level, remember the issues of the 41 judges. 2 of those judges, Justice Odunga and Justice Ngoge, and you can see a lot of their imprint in these. They are the scholarly types.
Whether the president shot himself in the foot or not by refusing to appoint the 41 judges to the Court of Appeal, all eyes will be trained on the very court that could either seal BBI's fate or offer the BBI journey a lifeline.
I honestly do not see which bench of the Court of Appeal, unless there are people who want to put their careers on the line for the president and for BBI, who would actually be able to reverse in entirety.
David Mudoka, TV 47.